Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in the coldest inhabited place on Earth? Welcome to Yakutia, a vast region in Siberia where winter temperatures regularly plummet to minus 50 degrees Celsius and sometimes even colder.
Oh.
Forget everything you think you know about construction. Here, building a simple home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's a battle against nature itself, a high-stakes engineering challenge where one mistake can have devastating consequences. Standard building practices simply don't work. So, how do people build homes that can withstand this brutal, unrelenting cold? Today, we're going to uncover the groundbreaking architectural secrets that allow communities to not just survive, but thrive in the most extreme environment on the planet. This isn't just a story about building. It's a story of human ingenuity and resilience. First, we need to talk about the ground. You might think the biggest problem is the cold air, but the real enemy is hidden right under your feet: permafrost. This is a layer of soil, rock, and ice that remains frozen year-round. In summer, the very top layer, known as the active layer, thaws. Now, imagine you build a warm house directly on this ground. The heat from your home would melt the permafrost beneath it, turning the solid, stable foundation into a mushy, unstable swamp. Your house would sink, tilt, and eventually collapse. It's a slow-motion disaster. This is the fundamental problem every builder in Yakutia must solve. You can't just dig a foundation like you would elsewhere. So what's the solution? You have to outsmart the permafrost. The answer is surprisingly simple, yet brilliant: stilts. Or more accurately, reinforced concrete piles. Almost every single building in Yakutian cities, from small houses to massive apartment blocks, is elevated off the ground. These piles are driven deep into the earth, sometimes as far as 15 meters down, anchoring the structure firmly into the stable, permanently frozen ground below the active layer. This creates an air gap, a ventilated space between the bottom of the building and the ground. This space is crucial. It allows the cold winter air to circulate freely underneath the house, keeping the ground frozen solid and preventing the building's heat from ever reaching it. It's like building a house on permanent stilts, creating a buffer zone against the treacherous, thawing earth. Next time you see a picture of a Yakutian city, look closely. You'll see this elevated world everywhere. It's a landscape defined by this constant negotiation with the ice. But lifting the house is only half the battle. Now you have to keep the warmth inside. When it's minus 50 outside, insulation isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. The walls of a Yakutian home are incredibly thick, often constructed in layers. It's like dressing for the extreme cold. You don't wear one thick jacket, you wear multiple layers. A typical wall might have an outer layer for weather protection, a thick core of high-grade insulation material like mineral wool or polystyrene foam, and then the inner wall. The total thickness can be half a meter or even more. Every gap, every seam is meticulously sealed to prevent any drafts. Even the slightest crack can act like a pipeline for the cold, creating frost inside the walls and driving up heating costs astronomically. It's a painstaking process, but absolutely necessary for survival. And what about windows? You can't just have a single pane of glass. It would be like having a giant hole in your wall. In Yakutia, windows are serious business. They typically have triple, quadruple, or even quintuple glazing. That's 3, 4, or 5 panes of glass, with air or inert gas trapped between each layer. This creates a powerful thermal barrier. The frames themselves are also heavily insulated. You'll notice that windows in Yakutian homes are often smaller than what you might be used to. This is a deliberate design choice. While you want natural light, especially during the long, dark winters, every square inch of glass is a potential point of heat loss. It's a careful balance between letting light in and keeping the life-threatening cold out. Some traditional homes even have removable outer storm windows that are installed for the winter, adding yet another layer of protection. Now, let's talk about the heart of the home: the heating system. Central heating is the standard in cities like Yakutsk. Massive heating plants work around the clock, pumping superheated water through a network of heavily insulated pipes that run above ground. Why above ground? It's the same reason the buildings are on stilts. Burying them would risk thawing the permafrost and causing a catastrophic failure. These pipes are a prominent feature of the urban landscape, like a city's arteries, visibly pumping life and warmth to every building. The engineering is incredible. Pipes are designed with special expansion joints to cope with the extreme temperature differences between the hot water inside and the frigid air outside. For a city to function, this system cannot fail. A breakdown in the middle of winter wouldn't just be an inconvenience. It would be an emergency threatening thousands of lives. But how do you get water and get rid of waste? The same principles apply. All the utility lines, fresh water, sewage are also housed in these above-ground insulated corridors, often running alongside the heating pipes. The heat from the main pipes helps prevent the water and waste lines from freezing solid. It's an integrated, multi-purpose system, a masterclass in efficiency born from necessity. Imagine a complex web of conduits, raised above the frozen ground, connecting every home and building. This utilidor system, as it's sometimes called, is the circulatory and digestive system of the entire city, a visible testament to the challenges of modern life in the Arctic. Building it is one thing, but maintaining it in such a harsh climate is a year-round, relentless job for teams of dedicated engineers and workers. Beyond the cities, in more rural areas, you'll find traditional building techniques that have been refined over centuries. Many older homes are built from timber, specifically larch wood. Larch is incredibly dense and resinous, making it naturally resistant to rot and the extreme cold. These log cabins are built with incredible precision. The logs are scribed and fitted together so perfectly that they require minimal chinking or sealant. The natural insulating properties of the thick wood, combined with moss packed into the joints, create a surprisingly warm and cozy dwelling. Often these homes will have a traditional Russian or Yakutian stove, or pechka, at their core. This massive masonry heater is the heart of the home. It's fired up once or twice a day, and its thermal mass slowly radiates heat for hours, keeping the entire space warm. It's also used for cooking, baking, and even as a warm place to sleep on top. Living here also means rethinking everyday things. For example, you can't just have a normal front door. A standard door would freeze shut or create massive drafts. Yakutian homes often feature a tambour, which is a small unheated entryway or airlock. You open the outer door, step into this small space, close the outer door behind you, and only then do you open the inner door to the heated part of the house. This simple but effective design prevents the frigid outside air from rushing directly into your living space. Preserving precious warmth and energy, it's another small but brilliant adaptation that makes life possible. Every detail, from the angle of the roof designed to shed heavy snow, to the materials used for sealants, is a product of generations of knowledge and experience. The architecture of Yakutia is more than just construction. It's a dialogue with the environment. It's a story of respecting the power of nature while using cutting-edge science and age-old wisdom to carve out a comfortable existence. From concrete piles that anchor skyscrapers to the ice, to the simple genius of an airlock entryway, every element is a solution to a life-or-death problem. It's a testament to the incredible adaptability and ingenuity of the human spirit. The people who build and live in these homes aren't just surviving the cold, they have mastered it, creating warm, vibrant communities in the heart of the ice. So, the next time you feel a winter chill, think of Yakutia. Think of the engineers who build cities on ice, and the families living cozily in their multi-layered homes while the world outside is frozen solid. It's a powerful reminder that with innovation and respect for our environment, there's no challenge we can't overcome. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey to the coldest place on Earth. If you found this as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.